One fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist.
Adam Carolla, 34 today.
That's right. It's my birthday.
Yes.
Matthew and Gunnar Nelson are here. You know them as Nelson.
Well, used to, I guess.
Used to know him as Nelson.
I guess.
Hey, Engineer Mike, can you give me Lycus's headphones? These things are bothering
It's his
me.
birthday, Mike.
Yeah.
Oblige him.
These aren't brand new.
I'll take those. They look nice.
I love this show. You can just talk like
on the radio.
no one's listening to us.
Lycus gets all
No,
the good
they're not.
equipment, huh?
No one
that
is
what it
listening to us, don't worry.
I know, it's late.
I think they pay him. All right, so they have a CD that's out, but we'll figure out whether we're going to talk about that. or
Okay, well,
not.
how about we'll talk about it quick. It's called Imaginator. It was an old record.
Right.
We actually made for Geffen Records right after our first album. We wrestled the masters away from them and finished it and remastered it.
Right.
And it's for all those hardcore fans out there. No illusions of selling millions of copies, but it's a good record. Now,
How many copies did After the Rain sell?
a little over 2 million, about 2.3.
And that was your first album, right?
That was the first record, yeah.
Oh, imagine that.
It was pretty cool.
And oh wait, I can't hear you for a minute because Engineer Mike
Those
is
are nice.
plugged in the new.
Those are Lycus's? Those are his own or the Westwood?
These are the ones I wear every night. And then I got to switch them around. Thank you, Mike. All right, so first off,
Those are gold-plated, by the way.
I'm going to try to figure out where to begin.
Okay.
All right.
You're going to turn the headphones around.
All right, now we're good. When did you guys? How old are you guys now?
30. Yeah, I am too.
And are you identical twins?
Yeah.
It's funny, we had identical twins on last night. We rarely have two twins.
Who was in last night? Who was in last night?
Alexandra Paul from Baywatch.
Oh, yeah, she's a twin, that's right.
And her sister Caroline.
Caroline's a stud, apparently. She's a firefighter and the whole thing, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She is big and butch.
She kick your ass?
She could.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I didn't want to provoke her at all.
I had to watch out last night.
Yeah, she's tough. She kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, Sigourney Weaver from Alien or something.
You're getting a little flushed when you're talking about her.
Yeah, you were kind of into her, too, in that kind of a weird dominatrix way, weren't you?
Yeah, I like to be.
Yeah.
I like a little rough trade every once in a while. I like to be handled by a woman. Now, I got to be honest with you guys. We had the Morell sisters on here. Like, when were they on?
I don't know, 2 months
The Morell
ago.
twins.
2 months
Are these more twins?
Gunner's
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, things that you're in my life always segregate non-randomly. They come in series.
Yeah, well,
Everything.
The thing that's bizarre is we had these the Paul twins on last night. We have the Nelson twins on tonight. We had the Morell twins on like 2 months ago, and we were just talking to them about all sorts of bizarre stuff, and Gunner's name came up.
Of course it did.
And she started talking about all sorts of kooky threesomes and bizarre ritualistic sex acts and everything like that, and I said, I got to talk to this Gunnar Nelson. And
And lo and behold,
no, she was. She said it in a sort of complimentary way, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
There wasn't a lot of bashing going on. I know you got a look on your face,
no,
but
he's always aimed to please.
No, I'm sitting here processing
Get
this.
the family proud.
They're great girls.
They are?
They're great girls.
they seemed a little nutty to me.
Well,
They
I
really
mean,
did.
that's what makes them great. As a matter of fact, our drummer in the band that we toured with on the first record is actually still hanging out at the house and all that stuff, and it's a wacky thing. I
Well,
mean,
why don't you let these guys at least warm their seats up before you blow them away? with
no,
this-
I believe I can handle this. Are you kidding? I can handle anything.
Go for it. Gunnar Nelson, this is your life. And his name will come up in many a conversation around town.
My impression of the Morell sisters was I wanted to I never was more repulsed by two more beautiful women in my life for about the first half hour they were here.
Oh, no.
I think that's them.
That is a great sample. I want that.
I really don't want to ever
killer.
hear that again.
Put that on your outgoing message machine. And then after about, maybe about the hour mark, I started warming up to them just a little bit. I think when I got to see one of their breasts. Actually, it was two breasts, but it was just one of them. Or was it both of them?
I don't know.
I couldn't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, Drew's
then I
sitting
started-
here. Drew's bored, and they are staggering breasts. So
They really
They
are.
really, truly are.
And I'm a breast man.
I am too.
You were in heaven.
I have to admit.
Oh, I was. It was like being in heaven with a little sprinkling of hell, which is Drew. But I was still enjoying myself.
Were
And
you a
then-
bottle baby? Is that what happened?
I don't know what the
You're
hell
out for
happened to me,
revenge,
but
huh?
I love those breasts. I really do. But
I know the feeling.
Engineer Mike, do you have any of the Morels cackling? Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, play me one.
We never, ever have ever been with the same guy until when we first moved to California. There was one guy in particular that was like our our fantasy guy forever. And we always said it would be this one guy, and he would be the only guy.
Right.
And so we were with this one guy, and just one time, and well, more than once.
Lorenzo
but it was
Lamas?
no.
Was it a celebrity?
We're not
Oh,
telling.
yes. Jackie Chan?
No.
Really? Yeah, I don't know. He's a small man. I don't know if he could handle the two of you.
But you know, my
What?
friends like him.
Your ex?
Uh-huh.
What happened to him? He committed himself to some sort of institution, or you dumped it?
You remember the Nelson twins?
You were going out with one of the Nelsons?
Gunner for like 4 years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's
Boy.
really gay. He just doesn't know it yet.
Really?
Oh,
Well, you're bisexual. Maybe he's bisexual.
Really, fair is fair.
Heck,
Yeah.
No.
Now,
You have this look on your face like, you know what? I have nothing to say.
oh, that is unfair.
You know, the funny thing is, they weren't talking about me being the guy that they were with.
To start with.
Right.
It wasn't me that they were referring to.
You weren't their fantasy man.
No, it was a different guy.
Who was the guy? Do you
I
know?
can't say. I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
I'm sworn to secrecy.
Was I right with the Jackie Chan, though?
It was close. It was close.
Hmm.
I can't say who it was. You know, I can't say who it was.
Oh.
Phil Rizzuto? Oh, Stallone. Okay, all right. Now I got that one down.
I didn't say. Did I say a word?
Well,
No, I didn't hear anything.
Anyway, Mike, do you have any more? Please.
Remember Gunner I told you about? The one
Yes.
that was, okay, I had 10 three-ways with him.
Oh,
Where I
goddamn!
watched
I got to start a band.
Where I watched
I got to start a band. These guys haven't even sold a record in 10 years. He said 10. Please,
I really
Drew, would you
wanted it
shut
bad.
up? With what kind of other women? Where'd you find these other women?
Just girlfriends. They
Strip
were
bars.
friends of mine. Just girlfriends. Carla, shut up. It was just friends that were friends of mine that were
God.
into it. And I'm telling
And
you,
wait-
it always made me feel bad.
Did he dump you?
No, I dumped him.
Yeah, he'd never let that go. He's waiting for number 11. Please.
Well,
let
like,
someone
what
go
did he
set
have to
10
give up in the
threesomes.
relationship? You know, he got
No
to be
kidding.
with other women, then he got to be with her. I mean, what part did he sacrifice?
And why did you do it the 10th time
I
if
can't
it
tell
made
which
you
one's
feel
talking.
bad the second
Because
time?
is it wrong to say I kind of liked it a little?
No, but you thought you were going to lose him or something, or what?
No, you know what?
It's a low
I was young
self-esteem
and
thing.
dumb.
It's a low
It's like I
self-esteem
was
thing. You know,
Right.
I think it's something that you guys have to agree on
No,
before.
okay, this is
You know,
real.
say
This is real.
Right,
Carla,
okay.
wait a minute.
I need your
planet
mom
are
to
they
have
from?
one
I
more
just never
daughter for
figured
me
that out.
when I hit my midlife
No, the
crisis
thing
in about
is, I was
15
trying
years.
to do what I thought, what he wanted.
Right.
It wasn't.
She wasn't standing up for
necessarily what I
herself.
thought what
Right.
I wanted.
But,
It was
but women, that's the
Core issue for
core,
Dr. Drew.
yeah, it's the mistake
Compromising.
that women make in every relationship. That somehow they believe they're supposed to do exactly what a man wants, and that's how they keep him. That's how relationships
But if
are
you're going to make a
destabilized.
mistake, it's better than leaving the stove on when you guys go out on
the way-
vacation or
it's the
something,
way
isn't
You
it?
know what? He
relationships
should
are
just be
destabilized.
single, because at what
Right.
point is different? I mean, he's in a relationship, but he still gets to be with all these women.
Yeah,
I mean,
in his mind, he
like,
was.
Yeah, but you know, when I tried to break up with him because he wanted
already
me
bored.
to go on a portion.
I'm
Can we-
really.
yeah, can we stop this?
This is like I'm hearing
in this world?
people change the channel as we're
All
talking
right, Mike,
here.
if I say anything insulting, edit it out next time. Would you please? That's humiliating. I'm sitting here. You understand I never met you at the time. I'm just trying to be entertaining.
No. It's totally okay. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to a lot of stuff, and I was also, not only being a total freakazoid, I was also raised to be a gentleman too. So I can't really go into it or say anything about it. But let's just say there was a point in my life when I lived with two very large-breasted strippers. And for every benefit that it had, it also had a downside too. It is not an easy relationship to maintain.
All right, but do you feel like you got it out of your system?
Absolutely.
Oh, I wish I could get that out of my
Absolutely.
system like that.
I will say this much. Carmen and Carla did not do anything that they didn't provoke and want.
They
She
never...
says that. in here.
Yeah,
She
in
does.
that relationship. It wasn't that she kind of liked it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that, anything was my idea. But let me ask you a question. I mean, you spend the time from your 13 to 17 fantasizing about, women that are this physically enhanced, so to speak.
Yeah, and let me just, for people that are just tuning in, the Morel sisters are two of the most spectacular-looking twins you've ever seen in your life. They really are. All right, I'm sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. And I suppose I've screwed up because I left a relationship that was really nurturing. It was really good for me for that situation because I thought that's what, hey man, every guy wants that. I got into the relationship and let's just say it was an incredibly high maintenance situation where I got involved with Carmen first. And then, Carmen and Carla were codependent. Carmen couldn't go anywhere without Carla. One of them had a car, the whole thing. After a while, I became boyfriend by proxy. I was just boyfriend to both of them, it was not easy because they had, talk about a triangle thing going on. Carolla started getting confused about whose boyfriend I was.
Wow.
It started going back. It was hard, and so that's why it ended. Honestly, is because towards the end there, it just got so crazy, and craziness is a way of life for them.
Oh, no kidding.
And so I just had to bow out.
Full-time gig for those two.
You know, I wish them nothing but the best, but I got that totally out of my system. There's no way I'm doing that again.
I even got them out of my system, even after just 2 hours of being
Listening
with
to
them.
that got them, you know.
I'm sitting there, I was flushing as I was listening to it because it was bringing back, like,
Old feelings.
associations, listening to the voices.
All right.
I think, honest to God, though, they really do have very sweet hearts. They are very nice girls. And
yes, I think
We agree with
they
that.
mean well.
They
somewhat.
really do, and
They're not despicable people.
not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all, but they I think
Chaos is the word.
big time.
Yes.
Yeah, and
yes. And I would just predict that if you ever had a good week with them, they would probably bring something in to rock the boat a little bit.
well, you have a problem when you get through a day and you're sitting there in bed staring at the ceiling going, oh, God, thank God this was a good day.
Yeah.
We didn't go through, there wasn't some sort of cheap drama, and it was all,
Crisis,
it was all cheap drama.
Right. All right. Drew, should we take some phone calls? What happened to the
screen's
screen there?
down here.
Oh, that seems bad. Uh-oh.
AOL dumped you.
Or maybe just.
Well, it has something to do with the computer. Anyway, the Nelson twins are here. That would be Matthew and Gunnar. They got themselves a new CD out, but it's actually an old CD that they were able to wrestle away from their old label. And what are you doing? You guys were saying you're in Nashville before this?
Yeah, we spent half our time there, half our time in Los Angeles working on a TV series we got in development, just like you do.
What do you do in Nashville?
We do a
There
lot
you
of songwriting, and the sound that we're actually going to be going for coming up here pretty soon is more of a sort of country rock thing that our dad was pioneering with the Stone Canyon Band when he did songs
Right.
like Garden Party and stuff.
Right.
And it's basically,
I'd
that's
rather
why we haven't
drive a
sold any
truck.
records in about, 8-10 years or something?
Yeah,
We've
something like
actually
that.
been...
But you made enough money off the
Redoing
first
something.
one, right?
Living the dream, Adam. Living the dream. You sit there and you actually do what you love to do and stuff. And
We are living proof, though, that you can sell over 2 million records and still be broke. It is possible.
Yeah, all those stories that you hear about the
Yeah.
labels and all that.
It's all true.
Oh, yeah.
I never believed it until it happened to me.
But it was fun.
It was fun.
And we
What
had
a ride.
great catering, have to
Oh,
admit.
yeah, and-
Fantastic catering.
Now, do you play around any?
Yeah, we do. Well, like I said, we spend half our time in Nashville, and that's really geared for doing more of the acoustic thing.
Right.
And they do Riders in the Round pretty much every night. I mean, they got a ton of clubs. It's a lot like the Sunset Strip was here back in 1984.
Right.
84 to 87, there was a big club scene here.
Right.
Then they did the pay-to-play thing, and that kind of died.
Right, which is a lot of these clubs, I don't know, Gazzari's or the Roxy or whatever, they would book bands, and then the bands would have to prepay, and then they would give them tickets, and the band was responsible for filling the place up, which kind of sucks. When
And
you're
all the
a
good
band.
bands were broke. So like overnight, when they instituted that system, the music was awful. And it really died.
You can't really go out and see a great show in L.A. anymore. I mean, we started playing clubs in L.A. when we were about 13 years old at places like Madame Wong's West and Chinatown and, it was the Central before it was the Viper Room and that type of thing, and Music Machine and places like this that are gone now, a lot of them, because they just really couldn't support that whole pay-to-play thing.
Ever play Filthy McNasty's?
FM station never got there.
We never
Oh,
did.
good.
Never got there.
A lot of white trash hanging out there. That's my neighborhood.
Ours too,
Michelle,
actually.
you're 17.
Yeah, hi.
What's going on?
I just wanted to tell you happy birthday,
Why, thank you.
and I wanted to say hi to Dr. Zhu and that I think he's great.
Michelle?
And the Nelson twins, too. I used to listen to you guys a lot when I was, younger, way younger.
You would have had to be very young.
10 years old.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything from you guys for a while, though, so it's cool to see you here.
We were on the witness protection program for a
The
while.
Artist Protection Program?
That's right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Thanks, Michelle. Very, very cool. Do people call you and wish you a happy birthday and stuff?
They do on my birthday, but rarely any other time
I
than
mean,
that.
they love you, Adam.
No,
it's
they
a good
don't.
Thing.
It's passing. You know how these kids are.
I love the good cop, bad cop thing you guys have going. We have the same thing going. It's a good thing.
Was that it with Michelle?
That's it?
Oh, God bless you. Tyler.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 23.
Yes. Basically, let me start with saying, Adam, you're the coolest, and I guess, Drew, you're pretty much the coolest as well, in different ways, of course.
Of course.
I have a friend, and I recently read a newspaper article that tells me that this person's been like convicted of exposing himself to children and enticement of a child. And
How old is he?
he's 22.
Did you email us?
I faxed you guys a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Either last night or the night before.
We probably saw that then.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't make it cool enough.
No, I don't read much, and I have a short memory span and
It
all
wasn't
that.
too long.
All right,
Well,
so
basically,
this is your friend?
Well, yeah, I've known the guy since junior high, and I never even in my wildest imagination would have thought anything like this.
How close a friend is he?
Fairly close.
Why don't you talk to him about this?
Well, because he's still in jail, and I haven't talked to him since I read this article. Well, what I want to know from you guys is, I mean, on some level, this is a bizarre enough activity that it makes me resistant to maintaining contact with this guy. But then at the same time, I mean, if he's doing this, chances are something pretty serious happened to him.
Agreed.
And I want to be there to help. I mean, I want to
So he's
talk
somebody
to him again, but I also want to help.
When's he getting out of jail?
I don't know. He has a bail set, and his family.
But he's somebody you care about.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I don't think any harm could come of supporting the guy. I think you should let him know how you feel about this, and certainly if it continues or if he in any way appears to be potentially harmful to other people, I mean, as though he's not taking care of this, then I wouldn't have anything to do with him. But the extent that he behaves responsibly, gets treatment, looks at this very seriously and takes it as a serious issue, boy, he sure is going to need people that care about him around him.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression that they were best buddies, though. They
No, he
went
didn't,
to
yeah.
junior high together.
Yeah, it was very strange qualities of that.
And if you could ever have an excuse for not keeping up,
I think that's a good one.
it would be the pedophilia, I believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, a guy borrows your card check and doesn't return it, you can piss you off for 5 years. He's exposing himself to 9-year-olds. That's reason enough not to keep up.
Yeah.
All right. But, well, talk to the guy in prison. Trevor.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yes.
Hey, you're on with Matthew and Gunnar Nelson.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Thank you.
All right. I've been dating this girl for a year now. We started going out like May of last year, and this is her first like long-term relationship, as it is mine. But you know, this is her first relationship. I've had relationships in the past.
All right, what's the problem?
She wants to separate from me or break up from me, and she says she needs her space.
Okay.
Now, I don't know.
That's it.
Done deal.
Stop rationalizing. Stop right there.
See, that's it.
It's over.
Give her space, Trevor.
Don't try to figure out why. It doesn't matter. She probably won't tell you the truth anyway.
Right.
Just accept what she's telling you.
But she told me that we have a chance of getting back together.
You're
Sure.
saying that because you threatened to kill yourself, right?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
She saw you were upset over the breakup, though, right?
Right, but
That's why she threw that out there.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. But you know, it's. She said it's happened before. Like she needed her space, and you know, she wanted to separate from me, and you know, for a little bit, so she could think about what was going on.
Right, but Trevor, and you guys tell me whether you agree, because you probably have more experience with women than I do, being in a band.
Well, you guys
and whatnot.
jumped all over that. I have to say, you've heard this one before, huh?
Well,
Haven't we all? As guys, we have heard this one.
There's really nowhere to go with the I need my space thing.
There really
No.
isn't. Listen, either you're lying and she's dating his best friend and saying I need space.
Already.
Either you're out of there, or she's totally sincere and says I need my space.
You know, who knows? Maybe he's smothered her in the relationship and
Whatever
they've got
it
a
is.
codependent thing going on. Who
It
knows?
sounded
doesn't
like it.
matter because I mean it's
She needs her
shadowed.
space.
It's shadowed by let's just be friends.
Yeah.
I mean it's
Oh,
you know.
There's a chance that we get back together thing. That's just kind of like a love live a snap that she's throwing him.
Well,
that's right. And it's the one that comes when she sees his facial expression after the "I need my space" thing, which looks like the look of devastation.
It's very hard to assert yourself when you know you're going to hurt somebody that you've cared about.
Right.
It's very
I
difficult.
feel kind of bad for this guy.
Everybody sugarcoats promotes that. Everyone softens it, and they usually start from a very softball place.
Right.
They just heave them an underhanded toss, and then start pitching a little harder and harder, and never quite get to the real fastball truth.
Right, because they don't want to. It's like this country. We have a nuclear arsenal, but we don't like to drag it out unless we have to.
Yeah.
We'll start by lobbing a few grenades and firing a few shells over. But if we really start getting our ass kicked, we go right for the
ICBMs.
nuclear. That's right. And this is what women do, and guys. They go, I need some space. I'm changing. I'm growing. I need some time to
So
think.
what would be the
Hopefully you buy that.
hardball way to say that to a guy? It's like, get lost?
My feelings have changed about you. I never really loved you in the first place. Spend enough time. I gave you all the chances possible.
The fuse is lit.
You know what? I
really
really
get very critical of the person. And
I think I really prefer the I need my space.
of course.
Everybody does.
Okay.
But if you keep pressing, eventually
You'll get there.
You're going to get the sub is going to pull up in the harbor and launch a few warheads.
You know, and the truth
right into your love factory.
About her saying something about, it might work out in the end, whether or not it does. The fact is, if it's right and it's meant to be,
then it will.
But
for now, it needs to end.
And by the way, ladies and men,
that.
be very careful what you're sort of throwing out at that stage of the game, because you say a lot of things in a matter-of-fact way or off the cuff or just to kind of get yourself out of there. They will take it and have that transcribed.
Analyze it from every direction.
Engraved and bronzed.
Notarized and brought to you.
That is right.
And then stalking starts.
But you said,
right.
Be careful with that.
Right. Okay. So, Trevor, any way you slice it, and by the way, and I think we can all agree on this advice. If he doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting her back, but if he did have one iota of chance, it would be
by leaving.
To back off.
To let her
and
go.
being cool. He's got to be cool.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Drew?
Yeah.
Why don't you sell the hell out of the next call before we take a
Jennifer
break?
believes her boyfriend's actually gay.
Oh, this is good. Okay. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Rodney Dangerfield. I'll tell you, the guys here at Loveline are the greatest. They're the best in the whole world. Now, will you please untie me?
Hey, it's Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Matthew and Gunnar both here, the Nelson twins. And they had some, they had an album that was double platinum in, what was that, 91, 90?
Like from 91 to 92.
And then you guys just got so sort of put through the mill or worked over by the system, or what happened?
It wasn't that. We were kind of like, we were always perceived as an 80s band, even though it was released in the 90s. I think it was just because of the image that we had. We tried not to be as stupid as the other stuff that was happening at the time, and people that listened to music kind of got that. But what really happened was more of a political thing. I mean, we were on an offshoot of Geffen Records called DGC, and we were the first band on that label. We broke, and then they signed a little band in Seattle called Nirvana. They actually licensed a tape that exploded so huge. We went to the label one day, and all of a sudden we weren't really welcome at the label anymore.
Our style of music was
agenda had changed, and
Yeah.
we were very slowly and painfully drummed out of the core.
That is actually some of the worst timing in the world.
Yes, it is.
You have Nelson running right in to Nirvana, and it's the same label.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine?
Now, of course, we were doing a completely different thing, completely different thing, and it really didn't have anything to do with that. All of a sudden, the company just said, we're about being hip, and you guys aren't hip. We were always more of like a Midwestern kind of thing, and we were breaking on pop radio. Nirvana was obviously they were a K-rock band, and were great. It was just a different thing.
But do you think now, and then it seemed like from maybe that period to maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that's all anyone wanted to hear or was going to play or what have you. Do you think things are a little more eclectic now? I mean, there's
I think
more room.
It's going more towards melody. We went through the angry chick singer phase starting a couple years ago and stuff, but there's some great music coming out now.
Well, I mean, you turn on K-Rock and you hear Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Right.
And you're hearing swing music right next to Tori Amos.
Right.
Which is great. That's been happening in L.A. now for, 3-4 years. I'm just really glad it's surfacing.
It was like that in rock radio and pop radio in the 80s, too, which was nice. That's why everybody's doing their 80s weekends and stuff, which I love listening to. But you had a really eclectic mix of music happening at the time, and it seemed like people were more accepting of
there was more
difference.
tolerance. I think it's a good word. It was just kind of whatever it is, whatever style it is, we'll just embrace it for what that is. Now, or what we went through was more of, if it's not this, if it's not from Seattle, if it doesn't sound like this,
Or if it was a
If it
part,
isn't
if it's
in a bad
perceived to be a
sweater.
part of the old guard, we need to change the guard, and that was it.
But that,
Right.
it happened again, that happened in like 81, 79 through 81, when punk went out of vogue and things went into the new wave and then into the pop thing again. It all goes in cycles.
Right. All right. Well, now seems like a good enough time to get back into it.
Yeah, we have some real good calls, don't we?
Wait, no, I mean the music.
Oh, the music, Because I'm
calls,
actually
too.
looking
Screw
at the
the calls.
screen here saying,
Okay, we'll get some calls too. Drew, we should start a band now.
You've
Jennifer,
been saying that for a couple of years now.
you're 18. I've been waiting for you to learn how to play an instrument. Jennifer,
Yes.
what's going on?
Well, I don't have any actual proof, but, he just, when I would touch him, he just doesn't want me to touch him and stuff. And,
You think your boyfriend may be gay?
yeah,
How
What?
old is he?
he's 18.
What is his not wanting you to touch him have to do with his sexual preference?
Well, because last week a mutual friend of ours told me he kissed him, so,
and it was a guy.
yeah.
And did you bring that up with your boyfriend?
Yeah, and he denied it.
How long have you been seeing this guy?
A couple months.
And what do you mean he won't let you touch him?
Like, at all, like a hug or anything,
Well, I mean,
Gay guys are all about hugging, though.
I know, but, I don't know.
it sounds like something something significant about his psychological makeup that really has nothing to do with his sexual preference, I suspect. I mean, if he were gay, he wouldn't, and he didn't want you around, he wouldn't be dating you.
Yeah.
Plus,
I mean, he has some aversion to physical touch, and kids that are abused, particularly people who are like physically abused, can go through those sorts of feelings.
Right. But if he was, how do I help him through that?
Bring it up.
Really?
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you suspect that? How's his family?
I've met his family. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, parents are together.
No. She's been divorced about 3 times.
So where's his dad?
His real dad lives in Michigan. Michigan, sorry.
So he's had a lot of stepdads?
2.
So who knows what happened to them?
Right.
With
Yeah.
them.
Well, he was sexually abused.
Okay. All right, Jennifer.
Okay.
Hey, Jennifer,
Yeah.
stop making us chase our own tail here
Yeah.
like a-holes for 20 minutes before you come up with that. I don't know, maybe got thrown off the Little League team or something. I don't know, Drew, what do you think? I don't know, something.
I think that might have something to do with this
Yeah,
issue here.
for sure.
Well, what should I do,
Get him to
I
talk
went
about
through
it.
the same thing myself.
You were sexually abused too?
Yeah, when I was younger.
You see, here's the thing that's interesting. In a female who's sexually abused, oftentimes they become sort of hypersexual. In males, sometimes they shut down or they become homosexual or they have difficulty with intimacy. But
Yeah.
the thing is if you guys both reacted the same way to sexual abuse, you'd be having a big F-a-thon in your apartment right now. But the point is here's the differences between males and females and how they react to this abuse. Right,
Yeah.
Jennifer? I mean, you're extra horny, right?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, women tend to react in such a way as to try to create positions of power in relation to their partners.
Right.
They tend to be pursuing power,
Who
so they don't
abused
feel
him,
so
Jennifer?
powerless.
I don't know, but I know it was a male.
Wasn't one of the Morel sisters.
I don't think so.
He may have some questions about his sexual identity. Sexual abuse does tend to cause that with people, but get him to talk about this and get him
Well,
some
every
help.
time I try to bring it up, he just won't talk to me about it.
Well,
I think it's really important that you do get to that. You ask him straight up what's going on.
yeah.
And this is definitely the issue.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the deal. This happens in relationships a lot. People have blocks and reasons why they can't progress with the relationship. And all you can do is bring it up to them, and then it is their choice. Either they open up, get some help, discuss it, or you have to move on.
Exactly.
That's it. So
Absolutely.
you just tell them, listen, I wish I could help you. I wish you'd open up. But if you can't talk about it and you can't function and you won't get help, then I'm sorry. I got to move on. Because otherwise, you'll just be banging your head. Thomas.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to let you think about your attitude. Okay?
All right.
All right. Hang on there. Ellen,
Yeah, hi.
you're 21.
Yep.
That's what I like. Perky.
Mm-hmm.
Is it full moon or something, Drew?
No.
We do have
sliver.
Quaalude night
Happening here.
every once in a while here on
Yeah,
Loveline.
that's not necessarily a full moon night when it's Quaalude night.
Oh, it is?
That's when people are perky, right?
Yeah, they're just nutty. Just weird.
Ellen,
Uh-huh.
what's going on with you?
I just was trying to find out some information about body dysmorphic disorder.
Uh-huh.
Body dysmorphic
Drew,
disorder.
this goes right to you.
Not really, because it's not something. You're talking about excessive weight?
No, I guess from what I understand, body dysmorphic disorder is related to like anorexia or bulimia. It's like when you see yourself in the mirror, you're not.
Yeah.
That's fine. So that's part of it.
I have this. Every time I get out of the shower, it looks like I have a really small penis when I look in the mirror.
You're saying that's a separate disorder from eating disorder?
Yeah, like I was told, because it's not necessarily related to food. Like if they're like people, I guess, who obsess about a feature on their face or their skin.
Right. Yeah, I saw that on 2020.
Well,
I imagine that's just a feature of obsessive compulsive disorder.
That's what I was trying to find out.
Yeah. Well, I'll look it up here.
Why? Do you have it?
Well, I've never been told that, but like, I read something about it, and I was kind of wondering if it's possible. And
well, what are you obsessing about?
Well, I guess like a bunch of things, because I guess a while ago I was diagnosed with a hormonal imbalance that like made me have a bunch of side effects that made me feel really insecure.
Like what?
Like I had a hormone imbalance that caused me to have like more body hair than I like would have liked, and then recently I started like losing some of the hair on my head and stuff, and I was like, all of it can be corrected, I guess, by taking like birth control pills and stuff like that.
Ed Asner syndrome.
All right. Well, here it is. Here's the definition. The differential is normal concerns about body appearance versus some other mental disorder, like obsessive-compulsive disorder, versus avoidant personality, obsessive-compulsive disorder, delusional disorder. So there's lots of things that can have body dysmorphic disorder.
But the special I saw, there were guys who worked out, and they never thought they were big enough.
Okay,
and they always thought they looked small.
All right, well, here's the thing. The actual definition is a preoccupation with an imagined defect in appearance. If a slight physical anomaly is present, the person's concern is markedly excessive. The preoccupation causes clinically significant distress or impairment of social, occupational, or other important functioning. The preoccupation is not better accounted for by any other mental disorder, such as anorexia.
I got to write this down. Sounds like my wife.
So, Alan, there are parts of your physicality that drive you insane, and you focus on them endlessly, right?
Right, but they don't seem to bother anyone else. Like everyone is constantly saying,
Oh my God! Adam, this is you.
You're so pretty and all that kind of stuff, and I don't see what they see, and so I was just kind of curious if this could apply to me, and if there's a way of finding out if
there's
it's
something not excessive.
Now, Drew, at what point does it become a clinical situation?
That's when it causes significant impairment of functioning.
Yeah, are you not going out as much? Are you not doing things that you would normally do, you think, because you're self-conscious?
I think it's more important to look at what she is describing as a symbolic representation of how she feels about herself, rather than a specific other underlying disorder. Let me point another related syndrome where we have to go to a break here called Coro. This is mentioned in the DSM-4 here. This is a culture-bound syndrome that occurs primarily in Southeast Asia that's related to body dysmorphic disorder. It is characterized by the preoccupation that the penis is shrinking and will disappear into the abdomen, resulting in death.
That's me.
That is you.
What do I have? What's that called? I'm going to write that down. Coro?
K-O-R-O.
Carolla. Oh,
that's where the name is derived.
Oh,
you
boy.
see?
I was wondering where we got that name. My dad told me it meant brave warrior. I didn't know it meant guy with no penis. All right. Well, that hurts.
Penis implosion, actually.
Don't worry. I can get it out if I sneeze and grab my nose at the last second. All right. Nelson is here. Ellen, just to finish this one off, listen, if it's driving you nuts, go talk to someone about it.
I think it is just a symptom of some other underlying disorder of her self-worth, and that it's not worthwhile looking at it as a body dysmorphic disorder.
Drew, sell the next call.
We're going to try to come back to Thomas, who's adjusting his attitude across the break here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was pissed. That's right. His girlfriend, caught his girlfriend.
No.
Oh, wait.
Girlfriend caught him in bed with her ex-boyfriend.
Ooh. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll be back.
Did you know you were gay before?
Yeah, she knew.
She knew that you were gay.
She knew that I was bi.
Were you both naked?
Yeah.
Were you engaging in an act, or were you just smoking a cigarette and planning your next one?
We weren't engaging in an act.
You were?
Yeah.
And did you know that this guy was her ex at the time?
No.
Is this total serendipity?
I found this out like 2 weeks ago from her best friend when I was trying to get her to have her call me. She was like, that was her ex-boyfriend. I was like...
That is exceptionally bad luck.
Yeah, it really is.
Exceptionally.
That's horrible.
Do you live in a real small town? You live in a real small town?
No. It's Sacramento. I guess it's a big city.
Did he know that you were her current boyfriend?
I'm starting to think he did.
Oh, did he do this to get back at
There's
her?
got to be more than a coincidence here.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
somebody
so.
was set up. Someone knew what was going on.
Because either I don't know what the dynamics between their last relationship was, but I know that
Well, let me try doing some math here.
Okay.
How long did they go out before they broke up?
That I don't actually know because
Was it a long-term
I
relationship?
think so because I knew her for a year. Well, I actually knew her for 6 months.
Before you got together?
Yeah.
And she was going out with him at the time?
Yeah.
But you didn't know him?
No.
And you didn't know his name?
Nope.
How is it that you don't know the person that she's going out with when you've known her fairly well for 6 months to a year?
It was I worked in the one. It was like a mall. I worked in one store and she worked in the next store. Kind of bumped past and talked and every now and then.
So they were acquaintances. They didn't really,
Okay.
have a friendship, really.
I thought she was cute,
So she walked in on you guys getting it on.
Yeah.
And then she said what?
She basically just, was like, "What are you doing?"
Sounds like a self-answering question.
Well,
Did you guys have
did she stick around or did she just slam the door?
She slammed the door and kind of stomped out.
Did you guys have a committed relationship?
Yeah, I'd have to say it was committed.
Okay.
Did you guys finish your exploits before you went after her?
I actually didn't go after her.
Oh, you didn't?
Maybe I should have, but I called her.
I think that says a lot right there, doesn't it?
Yeah. You don't really care about that relationship then, right?
Yeah, I care about it. These last 3 weeks have been kind of miserable. I haven't been,
But she knew you were bi.
Yeah.
And did she ever worry about you going with another guy?
No, because I promised her that I wouldn't.
Were you using a condom?
Yeah.
Have you had an HIV check?
Yeah. I never, always safe.
Here's what I feel about what you're saying, Thomas. I don't get the feeling that you really care much about anybody. Really. I mean, I hear you saying that you don't like losing something that you cared about, but I don't get the sense that you really have empathy for her or the guy. Do you?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you really care about other people?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
You do.
Why don't I feel that?
I have deep emotions for,
For her?
Yeah.
So you'd like to salvage the relationship?
Why did you? No, if you have deep emotions for somebody, why would you have done something that's such an aggressive act against her?
I guess I thought I wouldn't have gotten caught.
Yeah, but not getting caught doesn't have anything to do. I mean, I wouldn't cheat on my wife even if I knew I wouldn't get caught, because it's an act of aggression. It would hurt her for me to do that, even if she never knew about it.
And then she would hurt you if she found out.
Yeah,
about
but I
it,
wouldn't.
so.
My empathy for her, my respect for her, I would never do that.
I'd cheat on your wife.
Well, maybe I could.
I'm married to her, and you're not.
With the wrong head.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
So you're going to try to get her back?
Yeah,
All right. Good luck.
My last hope, either you or Jerry Springer.
Well, it's going to be a tough sell. And you do sound sort of void of affect and emotion,
Absolutely.
Thomas.
It's almost spooky to me.
That's just kind of my voice.
I understand.
No.
Okay,
No.
Did anyone screw with you when you were younger?
No.
Nobody.
No, it was basically me and my mom, and
Ozzie and Harriet, or Harriet and Harriet type family?
What happened to your dad?
Is that what a really good lesbian couple would be?
Harriet and Harriet.
Or a real Harriet and Harriet type of family.
Where's your dad?
My dad was off doing whatever he wanted to do. He was military, so I rarely saw him.
Did he ever strike you or hit you?
No, but my mom gave me pretty good whoopings every
Okay.
now and then.
All right. That's somebody screwing with you, Thomas.
Well.
Yes.
Actually, I thought that was just, part of growing up.
No, it's not. It's not. And it's overwhelming evidence that affects people.
Well, it's easy to get numb when you're in a situation like that.
Yeah.
It's easy to get numb about a lot of things.
It tends to make people exactly what Thomas is. They pull inside, protect themselves, not care much about other people, not be willing to be vulnerable.
Well, plus, don't you think when your dad sets an example of sort of every man for himself when you're 3, you sort of take on that posture in your relationships?
I would think
especially if you want, especially if you want to identify with him more and have a closer relationship with him, you want to emulate him.
You want to
even
be
more.
like that.
Thomas, good luck to you. I mean, tell her.
Yeah.
And first off, by the way, let me see if I can help Thomas in the sincerity department. Thomas?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can coax some sincerity out of you. What's your girlfriend's name?
Sarah.
Sarah. All right. I'll be Sarah.
What do you
for just
what do you
one
sell?
second.
What do you sell at the mall?
Just clothes.
Pretend you're going to sell her some clothes. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Yeah, she
So close
probably
that she really doesn't want.
she's probably got a she wants to hear a little affect. So Thomas,
Okay.
I'll be Sarah. Go ahead and explain to me why I should get back together with you.
Actually, well, okay, here, let me try this.
All right, go ahead. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. And don't give me that nasally drone. Really sell it. Here we go.
Sorry, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know that I hurt you, and it's, I can't really explain or apologize or make up for what I've done, but I would really like for you to give me another chance, and I promise to you that I would never ever hurt you again, because I do care for you, and I do care about...
Do you love me?
I wouldn't say love.
All right. Well, you're screwed.
Well, no, but listen,
That's it.
hey, he's honest. It's all right.
No, but
No, I
come
was
on.
afraid he's going to say yes.
It's a really strong like.
No, Thomas,
Well,
that's all right.
I have a question.
That was the most healthy response we got out of him right there.
Well,
he's not
Thomas,
gonna
when you
get her
said
back
that you
with
weren't going
that.
to do it again, I mean,
I
are you?
I believed him.
Yeah, I believed him too.
You did?
Is that
Yeah, I believe it.
is that
Right.
honest though? Is that true?
Yes.
No, Thomas.
If you had the opportunity again,
That's true. That's what scared me about it. I believed it totally.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas,
Yeah.
you're bisexual? Maybe gay?
No, I will.
You're at least bi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love all
You're 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get caught up in a long-term, full-time relationship at this point. Don't get committed to anyone. Wear a condom, play the field, see what you like, and settle in down the road.
Yeah, don't worry about losing this person. If it's not something you really respect for, mutuality with, I agree with that.
And by the way, I know women. You get drunk and tell your girlfriend or wife you think her sister's cute. At a party, she'll rub that in your face for 10 years.
Right.
I could only imagine the kind of payback you get through walking in with you giving a reach around to her ex. Do you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
No doubt. Drew, Susan, your wife would kick you up and down the hallway for just an off the cuff sort of comment that you made after a couple of beers in a
What are you
social
talking
setting.
about? She does that to me for things you say.
That's right. She'll kick Drew's ass for stuff I talk about.
That's right.
Probably this example. You'll get your ass kicked.
Absolutely.
Imagine if she walked in with you and me in the
please.
bedroom. That'd be it for you. All right, so you may
we're-
not want to go back to this.
We're gonna have to be much more
It's like
careful.
trying to break into a prison that you pissed a warden off in.
We're going to have to be much more discreet.
Just move on.
Adam.
Okay, you're right. All right.
this is a wacky show.
Matthew and Gunnar Nelson are both here, and we'll take a little break, eat some birthday pie, and we'll be back. Loveline. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Matthew's banging his head over there. We have Nelson, and we're going to take a little 10-second station identification. We'll be right back with more Loveline.
This is Loveline on
Radio
Station. KNRK Portland. New rock alternative. New rock alternative. New rock alternative. At 94.7 NRK.
It is Loveline. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm just looking at the screen, or looking at the paper up there. Next week, Kathy Griffin's going to be in here, my old friend from the Groundlings.
Bobcat.
Bobcat, my old friend. And
The only person that's on here almost as frequently as Alexander Paul.
Bobcat?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a new show coming out. As a matter of fact, Stone Stanley doing
I know.
Bobcat's Big Ass
Pilo Show or something?
Show.
Pilo Show.
No, it's called Bobcat's Big Ass Show.
Oh, okay.
But Pilo Show.
I thought that was his original
That's a
name.
good name.
That is a good name. I like that.
Yeah.
Matthew, write it
That
down.
was the original name.
Drew. Drew's Pilo Show. And Drew, are you doing some sort of daytime gig or something?
Potentially.
What's going on with that?
Some daytime gig.
Yeah.
Talk.
Sometimes I think I should ask him about these things. You know?
Like what? Ask who?
You.
Oh, ask me about what I'm
Yeah,
doing?
like be interested in stuff that you're doing.
No, I know better than even talking to you about it.
Okay.
You either won't care and disappoint me,
Right.
or get jealous and pissed off.
Right. Right.
So either way.
Either way, best keep it away from
Yeah,
me.
I just don't talk
All
about
right. When are you going to do that?
it. I guess we're going to pilot over the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Think you'll
yeah.
be entertaining without me?
It'll be tough.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. I'll love it. I'll love the first day you have to read a bio. I love it. You know, Drew has the easiest gig in radio and TV because he doesn't know the name of the guests when the show starts. The only thing I don't like about doing Loveline is when we do the TV show, and sometimes we tape 4 of those in a day.
I don't know half the names of the guests you have on.
I don't either. And
Okay.
the problem is I got to act like I do. And meanwhile, we have, I'm sitting next to Ice
I have all
Cube
your record.
and Mac 10 and who's the other one? Dub C or something. And these guys, they're hardcore rap artists, and I've never heard any of their stuff. And I'm trying to be down with the homies. And I'm trying to read the bio and pretend like I know what I'm doing. And I'm sweating bullets up there. And meanwhile, then we do another show 10 minutes later with a totally new guest. And sometimes I forget, which guest we're talking to and stuff like that. Now, Drew doesn't even care. As a matter of fact, I've seen Drew. If you watch the show closely enough, he'll talk to the guests, and you'll see that he doesn't remember their names in the middle of it. And he'll do this. He'll go, well, I totally agree with, and he'll gesture to the guest, and then he'll go, our guest tonight on Loveline. But you know Nelson, don't you?
I'd say that is probably 80% of the time.
Right.
What you just described.
And that's the only part of the job that sucks is reading the bios. Now you get to do that. What kind of guest? What kind of guest you gonna have on that show?
We gotta do some thinking about it.
Yeah.
The idea is be sort of get on people's skin a little bit. Sort of dissect stuff a little bit.
Yeah. You get Nelson on there.
Sure. I think it'd be great if celebrities wanted to come on and get picked apart.
You're not going to get celebrities?
Well, I don't know. We have to talk about it.
Hey.
All right.
I think it's going to be more like people with interesting stories and stuff.
More kind of like a miniseries all in
like
one,
a Loveline case dragged out for an hour.
All right. It's going to turn into Springer in the first 3 episodes. Sure. As soon as the ratings come in. All right. Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 19.
Yeah.
You're on with Nelson.
Cool. How you guys doing?
What's happening?
I just called. It's not really anything big. I called for advice. I just graduated high school last Wednesday. My birthday was the day before. I turned 19. I just called. I got my first job. I started today at Bally's, a workout place, a gym.
Right.
And I just wanted advice. It's nothing really huge or big.
Lucas, get right to it. What's the question?
Hey, Drew, why'd you pick this call?
Because he's been on the hold for 80 minutes.
Wow.
I know, it's not...
That's dedication, man.
What I called for is, I just wanted advice about, last night...
Hold on a second. Drew, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Drew, you read the call, and then we'll punch Lucas back in. Read the screen there.
Works at a gym. Hormones are getting to him. How to cool off in order to meet chicks.
Okay.
Okay, there
Lucas?
we go.
Yeah.
Quiet, we're going to answer now.
Okay.
All right, Lucas is coming across as desperate. He's getting out of hand. He's probably a beer away from some sort of a rape scenario going on in the women's library.
Is that what's going on, or are we talking about like roid rage or something like that?
No, it's just last night I was it hit me that I graduated high school and I don't have nothing to do. I don't have school anymore, and I almost got depressed last night. Just sitting there going, "My God, I got to grow up now." And blah blah blah.
Are you a virgin?
Oh yeah.
All right, you do need to grow up. And maybe either more school, which is advisable at 19.
Well, what I want to do, what I hope to be is, because I was in band all 3 years. Well, I started band sophomore year, and what I wanted to do is become like a music...
Okay, like I said, go to school.
Yeah.
Finish your education, get work, and certainly pursue these other interests.
Did you say you wanted to be a musical engineer? Is that what you said you wanted?
Musical instrument repair, like
repair.
Oh, repair. Like that's all technical stuff. They have schools for that.
Hold on. You were in the orchestra at school?
Yeah, the high school marching band.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, let's have some fun. Let's guess the instrument.
Okay.
All right, this is going to be good. First off,
all right,
everyone got a buck?
Yeah.
Drew, I swear to God, I got a buck in my car.
Okay, I got one here.
I think
I'll
got
spot you.
All right, I got a 5 though.
He played drums.
Matter of fact, I'll put the 5 in if everyone can pony up a
drums
buck
not a
there.
bad call.
All right,
He played drums.
Oh, that's a big pot.
Okay, Adam, go. So you said drums?
I said drums. He's a drummer.
Okay.
Oh, drums.
Yeah.
Which ones, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. I think he played toms.
What do you?
Wait,
Wait, what did you do with all that money?
He just pocketed it.
I put the 5 out here.
I
saw him Tom the money. Okay.
I lost $1 on that gig.
I think he played drums. I think he played snare drum.
All right, Gunner's going with, I'll say S drum.
Oh, come on, don't get specific. Drums.
You said snare drum.
Okay.
Matthew?
Bass drum.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, they're getting a strong 5 on drums.
Yeah.
Now, why would a
These
drummer...
guys are they come from a long line of musicians,
It scares me.
Drew.
Why would a drummer want to be an instrument repair person?
Shush up. Go ahead.
What do you?
You just answered your own question.
Well, see, I'm thinking some sort of with
all
lots
musicians know that one.
like clarinet or saxophone or
Okay.
Trumpet.
All right. So you're thinking of? Are he gets the musical group like Woodwinds that covers all that
No.
stuff?
I'll go reed instrument.
Reed instrument. Okay.
Oh, reed.
Yeah, I'll go reed.
Oh no.
Okay, so we're gonna group it.
No.
All right, I'll go mouthpiece. Trombone, trumpet.
All right, trombone, trumpet.
Okay.
Cornet.
Brass.
Cornet.
Okay, brass and woodwinds.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
We got brass, woodwinds,
All right,
and
woodwinds.
both of us pick drums, which means Matthew and I would share the 5. Let's see what he plays.
All right. This may take 20 minutes. We have to go to commercial break and then come back. Lucas,
Yeah.
what did you play in the high school marching band?
I played sousaphone in marching, and I played baritone in concert season.
Baritone.
I think Drew's got it.
No, sousaphone. It's a
Sousaphone, that's a reed instrument.
No, that's
Sousaphone.
the xylophone.
Tuba. Tuba. Sousaphone.
No, it isn't.
Tuba.
What is a sousaphone?
It's a huge tuba, those things that...
Okay.
Yes.
Adam, birthday boy, gets the 5.
He gets the 5.
Yes, thank you. Drew goes home and plays the sousaphone, by the way. That's the name of his wife. I didn't know the tuba was called the sousaphone.
Yes,
Well,
I didn't know.
It's the sousaphone is it's different than a tuba because it's like a higher it
Higher
goes
pitch.
up a higher octave than a tuba.
Hey, Lucas, you know, one thing I'm going to say about your problem, school is a great place to meet girls. An awesome place.
Really, it's just I'm like anticipation of growing up and stuff. That's all I was during high school and grade school. I'd say, oh, I can't wait till I'm 21. Now it's like, well, God, I'm out of school, and it's like I got to grow up now. And
Well, don't freak out, because no matter how much you freak out, you can't change the fact that you will get older. It's just a fact of life.
That is a real no man's land, though, especially
18 to
if
22.
you don't
Weird
go
age,
to
though.
college. I
Yeah.
mean, when I was 19, I graduated barely out of North Hollywood High and then began carpet cleaning, and my stepmom kicked me out of the house. And from age like 19 to 24 was just no man's land. Not making a penny, no car insurance, no nothing, living with a bunch of guys in a one-bedroom apartment in North Hollywood, just nothing.
We've
you
all
couldn't,
been there.
couldn't
We've
hang
all
your
been
hat
there,
on
believe it or not.
anything. Not Drew. He was off at some Ivy League school getting laid.
Yeah, my best friend in coming out of high school and stuff went away to Boulder, and he didn't have to really think about what he wanted to do or what he wanted to be. And the two of us were making music and stuff, and we didn't know how we were going to do it. We knew what we wanted to achieve and what we wanted to do. Had no idea how to get from A to Z. But I always felt really good because I know all my friends didn't know what they wanted to do, didn't know what they wanted to be. And
it's a hard place to be.
It is really tough to watch
18
that
to
happen.
22 for males is particularly difficult because men tend to really form their identity around what it is they're going to do. And when that hasn't formed yet, their sense of themselves is drifting.
Unless, of course, you're on a rock and roll tour. And then...
Yeah, no, how old, let's see, you guys were what, 21, 20?
21 years old.
Yeah, our first single went #1 on our 21st birthday.
Oh, imagine that.
It was a free-for-all.
I could imagine.
You can't imagine that, because we, in high school and stuff, we basically had our bands and stuff like that, but we actually, believe it or not, really had a hard time getting lucky,
What? You mean with women?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please.
No, seriously.
Very seriously. Because
seriously, we were always the dweebs that they hired to play the beer parties and stuff on the weekends. And I for one was always, Matthew was always the nice guy. And Matthew was always the guy that the girls would go talk to when their boyfriends were treating them like crap,
Right.
And I found the same thing too. And yeah, I mean, we took revenge, I suppose. I mean, it was tough. High school was tough for everybody, but we were not the popular kids.
My day's coming too one day. I was the guy who held the beer of the boyfriend while he was nailing his girlfriend. And then, 20 minutes later, can I have the beer back?
You have a towel too, towel off.
Towel off, yeah. I was like kind of a corner man. I got my other girlfriend showing about 20 minutes. Could you take her out the back door, please? All right, so you guys got, you played in high school, and then you got your record deal at what age? Was that 19?
What happened was our father passed away. We were living with him at the time. And basically overnight we went from, pretty much having a nice halcyonic time. We got to be friends again because he had been touring for so long, and when we were minors, we were living with our moms. So
you were 18 when he passed
just
away?
turned 18 about 3 months into that. So we went out of that, moved into an apartment, and what little money we had saved basically ran out within about 6 months. Because we were kind of medicating and not thinking.
We were being really self-destructive, spending money we didn't have, impressing people it didn't matter.
Right.
Trying to get
So
through
basically we wound up living at friends' houses and out of our car for a couple of years. And it was, it was that and the music and the band and I forgot who it was that sat us down and said, you guys really need to learn how to write.
One of the Morel sisters?
No, it wasn't one of the Morel sisters.
Definitely was not
All right.
one of the
I
Morel
don't think
sisters.
so.
Drew, don't bring that up again.
So we got signed when we were I think 20.
Uh-huh.
And,
Doing the rounds of demos and all that kind of stuff that everybody has to do.
Right.
And we caught the attention of a particular guy that works with Aerosmith now currently and stuff at Geffen Records. We went and we played acoustic for him and sang for him, and he liked it. And
the thing just went, and then everything just exploded.
We didn't expect it to happen that way. Not at all. We thought it was going.
How could you? I mean,
no
seriously.
one does. But I mean, MTV was different back then too, and that really did help quite a bit, making eye-catching videos. Everybody was doing kind of like the black and white warehouse video thing. And we got a lot of grief for our image back then, but we had a motto. It was like, "Love us or hate us, you're going to know who we are by the time we're done." And that was our outcome for the first record.
I remember lots of blonde hair and torn-up jeans.
But you remember it.
Oh, yes.
And that's the important thing. You know?
Absolutely.
So that's what we were going for. It
I used to masturbate to you guys. I thought it was just your chicks for the first like 2 months.
What's that? What did you say? Drew Coro?
Coro.
Oh, the Achilles Coro. Oh, that hurts.
Carolla.
All right. I got to get one of the. I want to. Do we have that CD here anywhere, Mike?
I wouldn't think so.
Do we?
Yeah.
Go get it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I got to hear something off that.
This is a big archive.
All right. Shelley.
Shelley? Yeah.
You're 26.
Yeah.
Were we talking to her?
Now we are. What's going on?
Hi.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. And
Thank you.
Hi, Drew, and hi, Nelson.
Hi.
What's up?
Well, I'm recently married, and I'm really happy. I totally, love my husband.
Except.
And he's a really great guy.
Except.
But there's this guy that I grew up with, and I've known him for like my whole life. And about like 10 years ago, there was like this one time when we almost got together, but he was like, you're like too much like my sister, and
Do you have kids?
No.
Okay.
And so we didn't get together, and I've just like gone on with my life. But my brother and him have like continued to be best friends, and so I've kind of like stayed in contact with them. And so recently I went home, and my husband was still in the city, and I got together with him again, but I didn't like get together with him. I just like hooked up and talked, and I've just always like totally loved him, but I still love, you know what I'm saying?
Why'd you get married?
Because I totally love him, and he's...
Are you in love with your husband?
Yes.
Why'd you get married?
Because he's the greatest man, and I couldn't live without him.
Are you attracted to him?
Yeah.
Right. This is sabotage at work here. This is not. Well, what's missing in your relationship with your husband?
Nothing. I don't think...
See, this is sabotage at work. There's some precedent for this elsewhere in your life.
I just can't let it go. It's like...
No, Shelley, listen to me. There's some precedent for this elsewhere in your life.
Where's your dad?
He's in the same state in another...
And how old were you when he left?
Well, my parents have always been divorced, but we're really close. We have a great relationship.
How old were you when he left?
I was like a baby.
And did you have stepdads after that?
Yeah.
What were those relationships like?
Just like fine. I just never really like considered them more than just like...
Hey, Shelley?
Yeah?
What's going on in the background there? TV set?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm hanging up on her. I won't tolerate that on the show, even on my birthday.
All right, but listen. This is sabotage.
Of course.
It's just full-blown sabotage.
Well, listen, there's a certain sort of unfinished business that people have, and it's a cruel thing. Someone you pined for, lusted after, all through high school.
BS.
Shut your pie hole for just 1 second, Drew. It literally is your pie hole tonight, isn't it? Yes. I put my pie in it. All right. The point is and then you run into this person, 10 years later, and you realize you could have them. And that's a great temptation for a lot of people. I mean, it really awakens something in folks. And all of a sudden, you're that loser back in high school pining after this person. But all of a sudden, you can have them, and you want to turn back the hands of time and see what you can do. But you don't act on it.
If you really
not when you're
are that
married.
loser again, you're developmentally stuck. You have not actually matured and gone on with your life and formed your marriage with your husband. There is something really wrong here. She's married, for Christ's sake. BS to act on any remnant nonsense from the past.
That's a no-win situation.
Right.
I mean, if
That
she
is
acts on that
ridiculous.
at all, forget it. You can't take
but
it back.
the point is, if things are really that good with the husband, which they probably are by the sounds of things, she can't tolerate it. She's got to do something to screw it up, and that's what she's working hard on.
But listen to your own words. If you love your husband, if you respect him,
That's
if it's
it.
that great, that's it.
That's it.
more than everyone
That
else
takes
has.
priority
All right, I want to hear a Nelson song.
Uh-oh.
Mike, do you have something queued up? From 90? 91?
91.
No, trying to figure out what I was doing. I think I was renting a room.
Were you in the groundlings yet, or
no? They'd thrown me out. I was trying to maybe living with my stripper girlfriend in a no bedroom, single apartment.
I thought only musicians did that.
So you've done the stripper girlfriend thing?
Oh yes.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? Did you enjoy it?
Well, as my father, the psychologist, said to me when I explained to him that I was dating a stripper girlfriend and why this time it was going to be different, he said, he said, what does she do? And I said, she's a stripper, but she's going to school, but she got a PhD, but she works with retarded kids, and she only takes part of her clothes off, but she doesn't dance to Poison or Cherry Pie or anything like that. And he went, stripper, huh? That means something. And it was haunting.
And that was it?
That was all he said, because he knew he wasn't going to talk me out of anything. I was 25 and, my
He
chest
just
was
left you
out
with
to here.
that means something.
Yeah, but then after living with her for a year, that means something really rang true.
I found out what it meant.
The greatest is when she punched me out when I was drunk and in my softball uniform. I wish I had it was a real Kodak moment. She woke me up. I stood up at the foot of the bed. I was still wearing my softball uniform and drunk and cleats and everything, and she punched me right across the face, and I fell right back. And I remember thinking, that's a good thing. And
now you're sitting there thinking, this means something.
yeah, it means I got a fat lip. No, I thought it was good because I remember thinking, I'm really drunk, so that didn't hurt. And now I should be pissed off at her. So I'm okay, as opposed to waking up with a hangover and her pissed off at me. All right, Nelson is here, or the Nelsons are here. Matthew and
Just
Gunner.
Matt and Gunn.
That's good enough.
That's fine.
We'll go to break and be back. It is the Loveline. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Matthew and Gunner are here. The Nelson brothers. The Nelson twins.
Los hermanos Nelsones.
And Drew is nowhere to be found.
Wait, let's talk about it. Oh, he's here.
Oh, here he is, looking at his page.
He's
beeping. Which is crap, because that's one of Drew's maneuvers. When he's spent too much time hanging out by the coffee machine, he comes back in staring at the pager. Drew?
Yeah.
Were you making a phone call?
I'm going to pick another one.
Oh, okay. Hospital calling?
I don't know. I don't recognize the number yet.
Uh-oh. Oh,
it's the Morrell twins.
Couldn't imagine having that pager.
It's Bob.
All right, so
I'm sailing.
We ready to get back to the phones
Let's go.
here, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
It's all business, this, Drew. Nicole,
Yeah.
you're 19.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Hi. I just wanted to say hi to Matthew and Gunner.
Hey, Nicole.
The last time I saw you guys did a show called Shop Till You Drop, right?
That's right. With our friends at Stone Stanley.
Oh, yes.
So what have you guys been doing since then?
We've been hanging out in L.A. and Nashville. We've been doing a lot of songwriting and readjusting and living life.
What the hell were you doing on Shop Till You Drop?
It was actually,
I don't know. I asked myself that, too.
It was a charity thing. Actually, they were doing an episode, and all the proceeds went to the charity of choice. And so we chose the Lymphoma Foundation.
Lymphoma Research Foundation. Our sister had cancer, so...
Tracy?
Yeah,
Tracy did.
Tracy beat it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember
what
hearing
lymphoma she
about
had?
that.
She had Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Hodgkin's disease.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see you
Stage
guys and
1.
nice to hear from you guys again.
Thank you, Nicole.
Where did you have it?
Really
Hold on.
big fans
Drew,
I'll
back.
hear more about
Let
this.
Nicole kiss a little ass for a second before
No,
you
I'm
get
liking
deep
this.
into
Would you
your
stop
cancer.
already? Okay.
Nicole, go ahead. Finish
No,
kissing.
no, I was just a really big fan way back when you guys were popular. I was like in the 6th grade.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, I was calling to ask Dr. Drew a question about HPV.
All right.
I'm in a relationship right now and with my boyfriend, and we haven't had sex yet. And I was wondering the best way to prevent him getting it is to use condoms, right?
Correct.
Okay, is there anything else that I should...
What is that, the warts?
Yeah. Have they all been taken care of, so to speak?
I haven't had a breakout, so...
In how long? Or ever?
Ever.
You just had it detected in a pap smear?
Yeah.
When was that?
Past year and a half.
A year and a half ago. It may burn itself out, may have already burned itself out, but usually a few years and it sort of tends to fade. So It may not be forever.
So condoms all the way.
That's the thing.
Is there anything else that I should use?
Regular pap smear, maybe biannual pap smears, and if the warts develop, make sure they're treated because then you're more infectious.
Okay.
All right, but Drew, does she have to use condoms for the rest of her life?
That's my point. She doesn't. Because the newer evidence is the warts tend to burn themselves out after a few years.
All right, but she should do it at the beginning?
For the
when
time
should
being.
She stop wearing the condom?
When it's no longer present on the pap smear.
Uh-huh.
No, but I will always use condoms, though.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Why, is that how you got the warts the first time you didn't use the condom?
Of course.
The very first time that I didn't use one with the guy that I was engaged to.
That's how common warts are.
Really?
That's how common it is.
How are your warts doing, Drew? Every time you say that makes you look like one big wart to me.
The first and only time I didn't use one, yeah, and it happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible luck.
Yeah.
I've had sex with Tijuana hookers. And
You must
I never
have
got the warts.
You must have it.
I don't have warts.
We've never poured acetic acid and checked.
See, Drew, I've warned you that the word acid and
Wait,
penis...
I got to know this. Acetic acid. Let me into this because I'm not hip to this.
They pour that in the venus, on the penis and check it under what's called a Woods light or a black light.
Okay.
And the pre-wart lesions will sort of light up then.
Yeah. I don't think there's room on my penis for warts. I really don't.
I was just thinking that.
Coro.
I got the Coro syndrome.
I think Nicole's got this handled now.
Here's the bad news. There's one thing protruding from your groin. It is a wart. Devlin?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
That's your name, Devlin?
Yeah.
Great.
It's a great name.
Sounds like a UPN series, doesn't it? Devlin. She's
Yeah.
Devlin.
Okay, I wanted to say hi to Matthew and Gunnar.
Hey.
Hey, I met you guys when I was 13. I went to the More Than Ever videotaping at Grand Olympic Auditorium.
That was you. All right.
That was actually a very fun day.
Yeah, was at the
It was
Olympic?
awesome. It was a great show.
Oh, thanks. That was actually a great thing. I actually just watched the film the other day, and it was down at the old Olympic.
Right. And I went up onto the fence and shook hands with you guys, and I kissed Matthew's hand, and I was the coolest kid in the 8th grade. I wanted to say though, because of experiences like that kind of influenced me to be an entertainment journalist, which I'm studying to be right now.
Well, congratulations. All right.
So I just wanted to say that it was way cool, and I still listen to your music, and it still makes me really happy and excited and all that.
Well, that's why we write it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, do you guys, I just had this theory, and Drew, I'm going to need you to listen to this part of the show. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's that, whenever you grew up, whenever you were, I don't know, somewhere between the age of maybe 13 and 17, you always look at that as sort of the best music of your life or the best time of your life, musically.
Sure.
Don't you? I mean, when I hear a song, I'll never turn the radio. If I'm listening to a song and listen to radio and some song comes on by REO Speedwagon that puts me back in the 10th grade, I'll always hear it out and think about 10th grade.
It's almost like strong smells in terms of the way it triggers memories and feelings about the particular time.
Right. Whenever I smell fresh cut grass, I think about playing Pop Warner football.
Exactly. And the music does the same thing.
Were you on the
until
Dolphins?
you're about 19, and that's the end of it.
East Valley Trojans. Not the Valley Dolphins.
Okay, we played on the Valley Dolphins.
Yes, I remember them. Arch rivals. But the point is that I wanted to say
music is a time machine. Absolutely.
You probably have millions of people that are now 25 that were 16 when you guys were going double platinum that have some sort of Pavlovian response when they hear a Nelson song.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, our first single came out in the summer of 1990.
And especially the summer, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just having a good time and you're listening
You're
to
out
radio
of
at the
school.
beach or something.
Yeah, I did. I mean, times were simpler, and people were falling in love for the first time, and it's a good thing. And I know for me, when I look back on some of those songs too, I have the same sort of response when I hear some of those.
I swear, it's the plasticity of the brain as it's developing.
Is that what it is?
Stuff is getting cemented in there, and the reactions and the feelings that are attached to it are very intense.
Well, I sure saw it to my dad. I saw that happen with my dad all the time when people would come up to him, and he was eternally 16 or 17 years old, to them, no matter what.
That was hard on him. They'd never let, America wouldn't let our dad grow up. He was always little Ricky to them.
Well, he grew up on TV, which is an added pressure.
And he was on starting at what age?
He actually,
8.
Was it 8?
It was 8 on television. He was 6 years old on the radio.
So he went from 8 to 21?
22, yeah.
22. Imagine those years being chronicled for you, Drew.
Everything you did.
With your hair.
It was written into a script.
Just the hair. Just chronicle that.
I really should do a special on Drew's hair.
Hey, yours and mine. It'd be quite a duo.
Nappy head, hardly knew you.
You know, I got to say, though, I feel tremendously blessed to do what I do for people like that. You know, that I actually made a difference at a certain point in their lives, even if it was a while ago, or, you know, the whole thing is to trying to continue to make some sort of contribution to somebody.
Right.
But it happened to us the other day. Somebody came up and they still had a gift they were holding on to for literally 8 years to give to us because a song that we wrote, actually a song that you guys played, meant something to them in their lives, and they just held on to it like a nugget.
What was it, like a Rubik's Cube or a mood ringer?
No, we never got it. We're still going to hook up and get this thing. I want to see what it is.
Well, hopefully
hopefully it's not ticking.
Or would have went off by now. Drew?
We're going to break.
Yeah, you don't want to pick a call?
I got to make this call, no.
You do? You don't want to continue on with your duties?
I'm thinking this one, but I didn't think you'd think that was good enough to promote.
We can give medical advice, Adam. Why don't we try?
Well, we got to go to break anyway. Drew just wants to go 30 seconds earlier, but what he doesn't realize is us arguing over whether he wants to leave early or not adds 2 minutes to what would have taken 30 seconds. Right, Drew?
Yep.
Okay, you're just leaving? All right, I promise a scintillating call when we come back with Nelson. Hey, there are them cherry poppin' daddies. We're just talking about those types an hour or so ago. Nelson is here. Matthew and Gunner. So is Drew. Drew?
Yeah.
All right.
He's back and he's bad.
He is. All righty then. Alyssa?
Yeah?
You're 22?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
What? What's going on? Oh, nothing. Just, I wanted to thank you for telling me to dump my ex-boyfriend like 3 years ago. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, Jerome. But, anyways, things are just going weird, you know. I'm, like, tripping out on stuff because I'm, like, just off of a bunch of medication that people prescribe me, doctors. And I was using some drugs and alcohol for a long time, and also with the medication, okay? And I've had a pretty hard life. And I just want... Hello? Am I...
We're here.
Okay.
We're here.
What? Hello?
You're wondering what?
Are you good looking?
Counselors or what? I just... probably making a fool out of myself.
No, you're...
Okay,
marginally.
Are you loaded now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
People think I am all the time, though, because I just don't know how to, like, calm down, you know? I'm just always a basket case.
Are you bipolar?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
why aren't you taking your meds?
Why?
Why?
Because, they don't help. They just make me, like, fat and ugly and sit on the couch and do nothing.
Do you work?
Excuse me, yeah, I do. Why?
Video store?
Video? What are you talking? No.
Where?
What? I'm a security guard for some people, but anyways, that doesn't matter. I don't...
Really?
What? Yeah, why?
What are you guarding?
What am I guarding? This concerts and events and stuff, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You ever do a Nelson gig?
No.
She would have been a little young.
Huh?
Yeah, I understand.
No, what? Am I into an old guy? Excuse me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Anyways.
Hey, Alyssa.
Yes.
Drew, what's your take on Alyssa?
If the medicines weren't helping her, she needs to pay attention, get back, ask for a change in the medication, because it seems awfully uncomfortable to go through life this sped up and this disorganized. And there are medications that really help sort of keep a bridle on some of this lability, and also keep your thoughts glued together a little better.
Yeah. Well, what do you know?
What medicine?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things now, but most people are using anti-epileptic medications like
what?
Like Depakote. You ever been on Depakote?
Oh God, yeah. I hate that.
What have you been? I'll tell you what. This is
no,
always,
I don't want to say.
Shush. This is always a fun.
What?
Believe me, it's good for you. This is a fun part of the show. Drew, you guess what medications Alyssa's been on. Alyssa, you just answer yes or no.
Okay.
Okay, lithium.
Yes.
Depakote.
Yes.
Tegretol.
Huh? Yeah. No, I don't remember.
Well, I'll put that down as a question
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay, Drew's 3 for 3 so far.
Haldol.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the first one when I was 13 after I tried to commit suicide. Yeah.
Tofranil.
What?
Tofranil.
No.
Zyprexa.
No.
Zyprexa might be good for you.
No, I know this great. No, oh my God, one of my best friends.
What do you mean? Zyprexa is Drew's 5th choice. You got to go with that.
No, that stuff I heard like kills you or something, or was that the other one?
You have any more, Drew?
Well, I'm sure she's been on Zoloft, Paxil, Prozac, all that stuff.
Zoloft, Paxil?
Zoloft, yeah. Paxil, no. Why?
No, just curious. All right, so we got to get you on a medication that you're going to enjoy, right?
Not enjoy, but make life more
easy. But I'm not. I mean, I don't hear voice. I never heard voice. Well, maybe once. But
Well,
I don't
you
know.
can't hear any voices. You're too busy talking all the time.
Oh yeah.
You drown them out. Do you have a boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah, I don't know if he's listening, but I'm recording them.
What's up with him? Is he all right?
He's. Is he okay? I don't know. Why don't you ask him? No, I get, yeah. He's okay. I mean, we drank a lot together, and, you know.
Are you using now?
No.
Are you in recovery?
Yeah.
You going to meetings?
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 What?
Like in recovery, going to meetings? That's what recovery is.
Well, I've been in AA since I was, I got it, yeah, I do.
So you have a sponsor?
No, I don't. I can't get along with people, so therefore it's
Okay, no sponsor, no recovery. So maybe that's another thing you can do other than medication to help yourself.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I think ignoring the problem, it's not going to go away. I think you need to investigate a little further.
Who said that?
This is Gunner.
Oh, hi.
This is the stranger that cares about you.
How about reading Dianetics?
I knew what? I did that, okay?
Oh, you did?
Yes, and I didn't read it. I meant to, and I'm going to.
She sounded like Tony Randall before she read it. No.
Who?
No. Alyssa.
Well, oh my God.
Are you living out on your own?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I have been for a long time, but...
You're taking care of yourself?
Yeah.
You're not hurting yourself?
Well, I smoke cigarettes.
All right, that's fine.
I try to... I mean, I'm trying, okay?
All right. So, Alyssa, here's your missions. Let me give you some short-term goals.
Okay.
All right. Don't get pregnant.
Definitely not. No way. Hell no. No.
Okay, that's
Ever
good.
or right now?
Go to meetings.
Ever, right?
Well, okay, give it 10 years.
Go to meetings.
Go to meetings and talk to a psychiatrist or a physician and see about getting on a medication that's going to be best suited for you.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay?
I know you've been down that road before, but you got to keep going for
But
it.
you just haven't found the right one.
It's there.
And here's the final piece of advice, although I don't know if this is possible, but, you know, one good way for no one to ever tell you're insane, and I know I worded that in a bizarre way, is don't talk. That people think you think you're stuck up and a genius, but they won't think you're out of control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, as someone like Alyssa, at this point, if she's feeling scattered, and she knows she's scattered, and she knows she needs the meds, and she knows she's been in and out of rehab and what have you, don't talk. Like, when you're feeling manic and feeling nutty, don't say anything. Just stand there.
That's one of the features of being manic is you can't.
Yeah, her
you
world
can't
is going
not
about
talk.
20 times the speed of yours.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't not talk. And not only you not talk, but you talk with what's called pressure.
Really?
Pressure behind those words.
Yeah, you form your sentences like I fart, right? You just push them out, and then everyone's pissed off?
Yes.
And then you flap the covers, or does that make sense?
That's just you.
No, okay. Angie.
Hi.
My girlfriend had her head on my lap while we were watching TV over the long weekend, and I just let a huge one go. And, I mean, she's pretty tolerant, but not when the head's on the lap and we're watching Boogie Nights. Oh, that was just huge. Huge.
He's proud of himself.
Oh,
I know, he's smiling, man. He loves this.
I
Still have a girlfriend?
Yes, she loves me. I know it's love.
That was it.
And I just had devastating gas this weekend, and I had my head just buried in my crotch. No, her head was, and then her head moved, and then
Why do you ever leave the house?
I try not to. One of the best jokes I ever did with my girlfriend is I was driving the car. I know I've told you this before, Drew, but it still cracks me up. I'm driving along. She's in the passenger seat. I let a huge one go, and as per usual, the hand starts flapping. It's trying to loft the scent up toward the head.
Trying to waft it towards...
Yeah, right. Just doing this action, doing the crotch wave. And she's
checking the bouquet.
She says to me, yeah, like a fine wine. And she says to me, do you have to move your hand that way in disgust? And I look at her and I'm real serious and I go, listen, you want me to put my head between my legs while I'm driving the car? You understand we could go right into an oak tree? Please use your head, woman.
Poor Angie, she's been on the line here listening to this.
Hi. right, Angie.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Gunner.
Hey, Angie.
I just wanted to say that me and my friends are looking very forward to coming to Fanfare and seeing you guys. This will be our first year at Fanfare.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and my question is, out of all the events...
That's in Nashville.
I'll explain.
Oh, okay.
I'll explain.
Yeah.
Not the guy who plays the flute?
No. What Fanfare is, it's actually a pretty cool concept. It's out in Nashville. They have it once a year.
Mm-hmm.
And all the Nashville labels get all their artists together. Each label separates, it's over a period of a week.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all their artists go and play for the fans. The fans come from all over the country to see everybody they love.
And they get to meet them, too, because everybody's hanging around.
John Haidt going to be playing there?
I think he will be.
Yeah, I think he will be.
Get out there.
So it's a pretty groovy time.
Sorry, Angie. Sorry to butt into. Okay.
And out of all the events that you're scheduled for, what is one that you're really, really looking forward to? I know all of them would be on the list, but what is one like the Bluebird performance, perhaps?
I'm actually looking forward to the softball game the most.
Cool,
It's going to be a lot of fun. I love playing softball.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Bluebird Cafe. Now, the Bluebird Cafe, for those who don't know, it's a real famous hang in Nashville where a lot of people get signed, but, songwriters go and they sit around in a circle. They call it a writers in the round, and they take a turn going around the circle performing a song they just wrote or a hit that they had or something like that. And it's always a really good time.
And does it get a big audience?
It's a real small club, so it's only, I think, a capacity of like 130. They're always sold out.
Yeah, but more people have gotten signed out of the Bluebird than any other club in the world.
Hold on a second. I got one coming up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Just talking about farts. My ass.
Run, Angie, run. Run.
I'm just getting down on the floor.
That is some kind of bad.
I'm kind of...
We got a song we're going to play? Oh, good. Yeah, we're going to have to clear out of here. That one's really bad.
This is Loveline.
Loveline will be right back.
All right. Well, that's about it with Loveline and Nelson. I want to thank you guys for being really the nicest guys I've ever met. I really mean that. I had no idea what to expect, and when we threw the Morel sisters at you, I didn't know if you'd storm off or punch me or what have you. Yeah, you got a great sense of humor, and you really...
you have to have a great sense of humor about that. I mean...
But sweetheart guys, wouldn't you say, Drew?
Yeah. In the best possible sense of that.
Yeah.
This is nice.
No, very straight sweetheart, but sweetheart.
I hope so.
Yes.
Well, if you
my
were
wife
us,
wouldn't understand it.
You're now a friend of the show, so whenever you have anything to plug, or even if you don't, please come back and say hi to us. And then after the show,
we would love to.
I'll tell you all about group improvisation.
Wonderful.
So, Drew,
what are you talking about?
We're talking about improvisation.
Okay.
The Groundlings. And
He's actually he's an alumni of a very impressive.
He's a master thespian.
He's regaled me with all of his training and
it's
experience.
my birthday. Remember when?
Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, Adam. Thank you for having us on. Seriously, it was really a hoot. This has been great.
My pleasure. Anytime, and if the Fox thing goes
Our
well,
pleasure.
come back and plug away with that. So until next time. And I want to thank all of you who wished me a happy birthday, and Lisa and Sherry and Ann and Engineer Mike, who got me the novelty sex gag gift, even though I proclaimed on the air a week ago that I didn't want the chock full of nuts or the peanut-shaped pasta. Engineer Mike got me the chocolate boobs and vagina. God bless you. All right, so until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone. They might be Bob's. I'm Bob, and they're mine. The producer of Loveline is Ann Wilkins. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment. Arg. We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming. Bye.
NRK Portland.